recommend this to someone. It's a great game and it won't cost them a cent. They can play it for 10 hours and decide, it's not for them. And it won't cost them a cent. If they were to do it with, say, Grim Dawn or the Victor Van game on Steam, to return that, they would have 2 hours to play to figure that out. And, they would have to play that within 2 weeks of buying it. I think you can return it outside of those things, but it's a little bit more dicey whether or not you'll get it. So, yeah. But like I said, if someone's the same phrase of mind, be sure to recommend it. They might quite enjoy it. So, anyway, back on with the show.
It is the Karwi way to observe nature in nature. The fish without the sea is no longer a fish. It is dinner. The Eternals did not see it that way. An Eternal catches the fish, guts the fish, preserves the fish, and places it in a box. Only then does the Eternal feel he truly understands the fish.
I can kind of see where the Eternals are coming from. Just seeing a fish swimming around doesn't mean you really understand how their internal organs work, how they function. Just merely gazing at a fish doesn't tell you, alright, their gills extract oxygen from the water, yeah. I don't know if that's how it works. Let's say that is. You aren't going to get that from merely gazing upon them. You might be able to figure, you may be able to toss, well, we need oxygen. Maybe if fish need oxygen, how do they get it? Maybe it's these weird flaps on their side that move around almost like a lung, let's say this is the case, lungs breathing. Maybe that's it. You could toss it together, but you really have to dissect to figure it out. Presumably kill the fishy first, because otherwise it's kind of cruel. Poor fishy.
It was a Karwi Motiata that discarded my failing body of flesh in favor of canvas and oil. An ancient song and a momentary lapse in judgment that I've had more than enough time to regret.
I have no idea what that word means, but basically his soul is attached to this painting.
Remember, life is precious.
Indeed it is. His soul is trapped in the painting. So he was completely unaffected, it seems, or somewhat unaffected, by the cataclysm. So, great source of knowledge here. Only relevant for, like, a quest and a bit of translation. But, it's he has a legendary cloak that auto-identifies any items you find while wearing it. I mentioned him earlier in an earlier set. Okay, better keep my hands near the potions. Brittle Arsonist. Huh. Bestial Staff? Doesn't look friendly. Wild. Sure. Nice. And as it's leveling up, it's increasing the area of effect to its AoE, which is quite nice. Desecrate. If I was to use a Desecrate, I'll be interested in using a Vol Desecrate, because that is vastly better. Stop moving through it. Well, whip. Alright. Well, it's dead now. We're also going to level up again in a moment. Armor scrap, thank you. Colossal Bone Stalker. Wouldn't mind them stalking my bone. But, yeah. Sex jokes aside. Also, there's more story entries than the ones I've read. There's more out there. But, well, more background story here than what I've read. But, it's all a matter of finding it. And that can be a bit of a pain. Portal scroll, mine. Once it can be bothered, it'll become a scroll of wisdom. Just gonna have to keep beating these down while I'm searching around. There's a hidden door somewhere, and you should be notified on the map. Oh, I didn't mean to grab that. And I also want to kill a fair few of these, because the more I kill, the better. It'll mean kill that. More I kill, the better. Mean more XP. There we go. Tyrannonursus Maximus. That's a hard one to say. Too used to saying Tyrannosaurus. Wow, as used to it as a person who doesn't really think too much about the dinosaurs can be. No, it's, classics is my thing, not dinosaurs. Not dinosaurs in the slightest. Sadly, the books don't really seem to appear on this. Omen wand. Use candle. Archives. Alright. Well, we have to wander around here and try and find the 4 books. Dread Thirst. Extra life, extra damage, cast freezing pulse, and as well as providing resistance to elemental damage. Very burly beastie. Very burly indeed. These. I am not a fan. Okay, I need to claim the altar. There we go. With the altar mine, it'll help me beat down these, which is exceptionally handy. Booyah. Chest new. No. I'm happy with what I have in terms of melee weapon. But if it's found a good improvement to something else, that'll be another matter entirely. Though I suppose I could look at some of the white stuff and just, upgrade that to a rare by, with an item. But, I know I also feel awkward trying that, because it might just prove a costly waste, which would be disappointing. Bookstand. Golden page. Sosa, your slavery will cause them to overlook you. Your cowardly way will guide you. Your humanity will shame us all. The cowardly way, as we'll learn, isn't the best. Actually, we may have already learned that in this series, in this playthrough. It does necessitate cannibalism in times of great need, but they have left that way behind. Apparently, when it was Calum's time, quite a while. So who knows if some they still do. They're still talking about how great the cowardly way is. It's just like, it's not really that great. It involves encouraging cannibalism. Like, oh, we're all dying. I know. Let's eat us. It is with the smallest of words that we find the largest of truths. If I get 3 cards, 3 of the scholar cards, which can be associated with certain maps. So presumably only here will drop the scholar cards. If I get 3 of them, I'll get 40? Yeah, it's 40 scrolls of wisdom. Not half bad. So, say if I was to do one of the daily missions and ended up on this tile set, enemies could drop the scholar. Checkpoint. Shit. And the lag is back. It's a bit of a nuisance. Let's get back here and bludgeon this fucker. If I die enough, I will actually end up costing myself a level. Well, not as in a D level, I'm not sure if that's possible, but I'll end up, say, if I die enough, I'll end up losing enough XP that I would have done myself. If I hadn't lost it, I would have leveled up by then. That kind of way of doing myself out with it. Tyrion Intellectus Prime? He's still here? Oh, beat him down. Christ. No, no, no.
Come to me, Exile. Let us speak of death and desire.
Oh, if you want me to come, make jumping jacks?
It's another busy day in the land of the dead, Exile. My sculpture complains that it is thirsty, and yet the usual fare seems not to satiate it. However, I believe I have a solution. Find a pack of living creatures, slaughter them, raise them, and bring them back here. Be selective, though, as these creatures must be absolutely fecund with corruption. Thankfully, they will be easy to spot. The most corrupted usually are.
That's the word I've not heard before. And to be honest, it's just like, they must be absolutely fecked with corruption. That's just what I end up hearing. And here they are. Here's the two. Well, actually, there's more than two. Rotting outcast. Alright. Batter with this. It doesn't work. Let's just go with the powerhouse then. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Now I got the 4 with me. Although I only need 2. Not sure why they provide extra with them so close together. Oh, you could go around. And there's the other page, as I suspected. Yeah, you only need 2. Spiked round shield. You'd have expected the spikes to be bigger and, you know, to do damage to attackers. But I'd have called it more studded, really. Golden bot one is interesting. I like how it's got the evasion rating. Choose to believe it's because, like, you choose, like, fuck, I got a golden shield. This is worthless. I'll just try and dodge more so I don't have to use it. Then again, it would be really heavy, wouldn't it?
Death appears to like you, breather. And if death likes you, I like you. Our place in the darkness becomes more secure with every pound of flesh we procure, every juicy infusion my masterpiece receives. Yet I believe it is time that we doubled our efforts. Unlike oblivious life that struggles pointlessly on, the darkness is closing with purpose. When next we meet in the forest encampment, we shall discuss how we might better prepare for the end.
We're going up against that boss fight? Huh. Might just stop playing for a week. Deal with him that way. 10 points if you get what I'm saying. Wouldn't be hard, but yeah. I'm sure some people don't know what I'm referring to. A waking nightmare. Madness of the mind, or madness of the flesh. Okay. And the others will be over here, and... Are they all in the corners of the place? Yeah, it seems they're all in the corners. Didn't realize. Not realize in the slightest. Brutal Bellow? Huh. Odd name. The Vaal were even more steeped in gem culture than our Emperor and his gem wings. It's an obsession as old as civilization itself. I delayed because I thought I misread an earlier part. There we go. And they are in the inventory for us to reread. The Vaal were even more steeped in gem culture than our Emperor and his gem wings. It's an obsession as old as civilization itself. Oh, it's not necessarily in all the corners. Fair enough, it is randomized, but, you know, sometimes they can say, give some restrictions, so I was wondering if that was one of the cases. A communion. Well, with what? By all accounts, it wasn't God that the Vaal were trying to reach. And the capital G's make me think Christian God? God of Abraham? I'm sure he had a few words to say about this. Too many mixed fabrics! Wrong way. Oh, don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that. Let's swing back this way and out. I wonder why. This bit has a yellow marker on the map, but this bit doesn't. Is it because this bit doesn't have a corresponding, end on this side? It's just another corner? Maybe. Like the other way is a door. It's an arch. It's a doorway of sorts, just missing a door. This way, it's it's just a weird opening. Oh, it's just an opening. Okay, Souza is just back here. And there's a bit that I haven't explored this way. I'll poke my head down that way before I have a chat with him. I'll be tied up with him otherwise for a fair bit. May forget to... Actually, the books do appear on the map. Don't know how I forgot that.
By the ancestors, it's good to see fresh words in front of me. Now, my translation skills are not what Isius were. I can achieve a meager paraphrase at best. But a little knowledge is better than none, is it not? Let us begin. This tapestry of truth is a threadbare cloth indeed, but at least you have allowed me to begin the first few stitches in its restoration, and to settle the memory of a dear friend. In return, allow me to give you this, a little practical wisdom to improve your lot.
A skill point. Oh, no. Disappointing, but regardless. Some nice stuff. Some lag, not reassuring. Wonder if the letters have found their way back to the other slot's position. Resistance. Oh no, it's penetrating it. Increased burning damage. Grant the power charge and crit. 2 damage leeches mana. Increases mana leech. 15% chance of shock. Gain onslaught on for so long for killing an enemy, a shocked enemy. That's the thing I was telling you about. That's it. So yeah. That's what I was saying. Onslaught. That's the if you keep killing enemies, keep killing, you'll gain like bonuses of some variety. What I didn't really read. Oh, look at that now. Hopefully the audio settings for all this is hunky fucking dory. It'd be a nuisance if it was off. It'd be a fucking nuisance. Okay. Po on sort. There's Onslaught League, which was a 4-month hardcore league. I'll go in. I'll probably have a link to the thing. Let's back in 2013. Okay, come on, let me go down. It's having the issue with me actually scrolling down. Hey, okay. Apparently there's uniques exclusive to these leagues. That's of interest. And they're all named after the stuff in it. Well, some of them were named after like the important people in the history thing here. Okay, let me check history. Rampage. I think Rampage is the same as Onslaught. I'm not certain. Okay, there's an entry on the forums about it.